Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mo We Talk. We talk football. Well, what can I say? Ugh. You know, the first half of this game that was just played, it wasn't 50-50. At first, I felt it was 50-50, but it wasn't 50-50. It just felt like more of a 60-40. And as the game kept on progressing, it seemed like as if Flamengo were having more and more and more. We're growing into the game. That's the word. And then there was this defensive blunder that saw Pedro Neto running through on goal. And I was like, oh my goodness, could this be it? And he actually did score. Fair play to him. And 1-0. I was happy. I was not relaxed, but I was happy. And I was like, look, this is Flamingo. This is not um this is not LAFC. This is not purely an American. This is South America now. This is a footballing side. And I knew that we couldn't rest on a one goal lead. So I kept on looking forward to that creativity in the midfield, which for some reason never really came. Fair play to the lap. At least he held his own up front. He was energetic up front, but it didn't come. Um, the midfield. For me, the midfield is where this game was lost. At least it held its own in the first half. But you could see Flamingo, they were growing into the game. For each pass, they just kept on growing into the game, which was why they ended up passing us to death. For each pass, you could see it. For each interception, each pass, they were growing into the game. And the more the game went on, the more momentum we lost in midfield. Man. And there I was thinking that, okay, we're not doing so great, but at least we're holding our own. We're holding on. Perhaps another defensive error from Flamengo and we go 2-1 up and we secure the game. I was actually looking forward to Santos playing in this game. But I said, not yet. One goal lead, too risky. Not against a Brazilian side. And apparently that second goal never came. Because the more they grew into the game, the more we kept on regressing in performance. Once again, it pains me to say, but I'm going to have to say it. Kopama. No creativity from him. Once again. After some time in the game, as the game went on, he drifted towards the right, and I felt, okay, you know what? He performs well on the right, but not good. Shout out to Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto did well, especially in the first half. Pedro Neto held his own. Played from the from the left, where Madueke would normally play, and he did well. Another person that did well, surprisingly, was Malo Gusto. He also did well in the first half. Rhys James was in midfield. He wasn't doing so great, but he held his own. The defense, I don't know. The one person that looked shaky for me at the back was Sanchez. He had that tendency to hold the ball a bit too long. And I just kept on getting weary with Sanchez. And then the game, first half finishes. Second half begins. And there I was thinking, okay, let's just see how this game goes on from here on, maintaining the same players. Deep down, I really wanted to see Santos. I didn't want the likes of Esugo just yet, no. Game went on, and then it happened. Enzo Maresca decided to make a blunder. You're the manager. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to hold you accountable. You're the reason, you are the major reason for us capitulating like that. I am still going to hold the players accountable. It's not just all on the manager, but he's the one that made the decisive call. I was thinking that my man would let Reece James move back to the right back. For which, at first, to be fair, Gusto was doing well because he wasn't inverting. He just bump forward, bump backward, go forward, backwards. Kept it simple, did his job. And then Enzo Maresca decides to take out Reece James. Fair play, you brought in Lavia. I have no problem with bringing Lavia. But what I was expecting from Maresca is you bring in Lavia, you take out Malo Gusto, and you let Reece James go back to right back. But no, my man is removing Reece James and leaving Malo Gusto, who we know is prone to errors. And then he brings in Nicholas Jackson for Liam Delap. Two decisive moves that pretty much sealed the game. And before we know what's going on, Malo Gusto, I wouldn't really blame Malo Gusto for the equalizer, but yes, he did lose his man. Maybe we could look at Moses Caicedo because he should have picked that runner. Maybe we could also look at Cucurella because the threat came more from the left. But the initial pass was on Malo Gusto, who missed his man. And there we have it, 1-1. Momentum is fully on Flamengo's side. And to an extent, I wanted to blame Sanchez, but I was like, the defense did let him down to an extent. Even though Sanchez, you can't bet on Sanchez to save you for nothing. And then we keep going. And then the Nicholas Jackson moment happened. Nicholas Jackson decided, you know what? It's feeling like Newcastle again. Maybe I should do something stupid. Nicholas Jackson goes studs up on a Flamengo player. And don't tell me he did not know what he was doing. He's a professional. He knew what he was doing. He knew what platform. He knew what stage he was on. This is a FIFA Club World Cup. You don't do that and get away with it. That is a straight red. At this point, I'm starting to think that man truly does not want to be at this club. Your teammates can't trust you going forward. And they can't trust you helping the team, at least keeping it 11 players on the pitch. It's Newcastle all over again with this guy. And on his birthday, perhaps maybe they were having a party and he was just eager to just head on back to the party. Yeah, you don't want to look stressed. 3 minutes it took this fella on the pitch. I was trying to not be so furious with this guy, but I was just more focused on Enzo Maresca. And once again, ball comes in. Malo Gusto loses his man. To be fair, there was this sub that he made. He removed Cole Palmer because truly Cole Palmer was not in this game. And 2-1. 2-1. Because now Flamengo now has space because Chelsea has lost that extra man. There is now space. And it just became a bloodbath from there on. They found space, and before we knew what was going on, 2-1. We're chasing the game officially now. What does Enzo Maresca do? Enzo Maresca decides to remove Cole Palmer, which to an extent I understand. You bring in Gui, and you take out, what's his name? Is it Pedro Neto? No, sorry, Enzo Fernandez. And you bring in Madueke. You are chasing the game and you take out a key player in your midfield. The midfield was where Chelsea was crumbling. No creativity. You do that, and the game just kept on getting worse from there on. And before we know what's going on, the third goal comes in. I am so upset with Jackson right now. I don't know what to say. Perhaps maybe I'll make another video, but as far as I'm concerned, you see Jackson does not belong at Chelsea. I don't think he even wants to be here anymore. So now he's sabotaging the team. Likewise, Madueke. Madueke can't be bothered. That brother is selfish to his marrow. The game was dead. And now, because we have this arrogance about us that, oh, it's a European side, South American side, they can't do. To be fair, I have actually been weary of the South American sides. If anything, Palmeiras gave us a preview. They're not to be taken lightly. They're not. And now we may not finish the group. It's looking very likely now that we may not finish the group on top. And you know what that means? The round of 16 could prove to be a very deadly one for us now. I'm tired of sounding like this. I just don't want to be that guy that is just so negative. I don't. But Blue Cole, that's your striker that you gave us. Fair play, at least you got Liam Delap. He's fair, he's decent. You can tell this guy is a striker. But look at Nicholas Jackson. You brought him in here. I'm not really expecting us to win this competition, but I just want to see how far we can go. It's not looking good, bro. It's not. Well, let's see what we play in the next game. I think I expect us to at least put up a better performance in that one. But I don't see us winning that group anymore. I really don't. And in that case, there is a strong possibility that if we do not put our acts together, we might be out in the round of 16. Hey, we're not happy. I'm not happy about it, but it's the reality of things. So I'll see you guys in another one. I'm just trying to be calm right now. I just don't want to really rant right now because I'm really upset. See you guys in another one. Don't forget to post your comments in the comment section. Like, subscribe, as it will help this channel really, really well. Thank you guys. See you guys in another one. Take care. God bless.